His Excellency, the Vice President of the Gambia, Mohamed B.S. Jallow, on Tuesday presided over the launch of the $46 million West African Coastal Resilience Project at the Sir Dawda Kairaba Jawara International Conference Center in Beijing. The Gambia was selected as a beneficiary for the second phase of the Regional West African Coastal Resilience Project. The regional WACA program, funded by the World Bank, provides financial and technical assistance to countries and regional institutions to address coastal resilience using coastal erosion, flooding and pollution as entry points. The project will intervene in the Fatou stream area, where it will build a physical coastal infrastructure and natural-based solutions to protect communities and livelihoods from coastal erosion and flooding in the Gambia. Speaking at the ceremony, the Vice President of the Gambia, Mohamed B.S. Jallow, says the project will transform one of the government's nightmare stream areas.
This is momentous as it will transform the Fatou stream, which has been a long-standing challenge for the government. Honorable Ministers, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, global climate risks have been accelerating in recent decades with higher than expected sea level rise, average temperatures and extreme weather events such as floods, droughts and windstorms. These risks, combined with global and financial economic instability, threats to human insecurity and growing environment degradation that all affect developing countries. The Gambia is increasingly vulnerable to the effects of climate change and prone to coastal erosion, coastal flooding and pluvial flooding.
The Gambia, like any other country around the globe, continues to face the impact of climate change. This has led to erratic patterns of rainfall for the past years. However, the Gambia Vice President highlights how the project will support his government in improving disaster risk management in the country.
This project, ladies and gentlemen, will support government to improve the institutional and policy frameworks around disaster risk management, integrated coastal development, natural resource management and urban resilience. It will also improve flood and coastal risk management in selected risk-prone areas in the Greater Banjul area, investing in climate-resilient infrastructure and promoting nature-based solutions. The project will intervene in these critical areas: erosion control. The project will be financing green infrastructure such as dune fixation to protect beaches from erosion, using vegetation and shrubs to trap sand, wetland and mangrove restoration and beach replenishment. On flood control, this will focus on rehabilitation of flood dikes and floodplains, rehabilitation and management of natural flood areas, sustainable landscape management practices in transboundary sub-watersheds and areas of high ecosystem value that drain into the coastal areas.
Last year, from the 30th to 31st of July, heavy downpours were experienced throughout the country, which led to mass flooding across the country. The heavy downpour displaced thousands of Gambians, especially in the Greater Banjul area. The Minister of Environment, Climate Change and Natural Resources, Rahi John Manjang, talked about how the project will mitigate flooding in the country.
The WACA project will also improve flood and coastal risk management in selected risk-prone areas in the Greater Banjul area, as mentioned earlier. That's the Fatou stream belt, which will include connecting channels in the Brikama and Kanifing that links to the Fatou stream. That is the entire belt. The project supports communities within the Fatou stream to create a nature-based solution to enhance socio-economic resilience. On behalf of the government of the Gambia, the entire Cabinet Office, under the leadership of His Excellency President Adama Barrow, and the Minister of Environment, Climate Change and Natural Resources, I wish to renew the undoubtedly high political will and commitment of the entire Gambia to ensure the successful and smooth implementation of the WACA project.
The World Bank Operation Officer, Seinabu C, explained the design of the project while reiterating his institution's continuous commitment to support the Gambia.
And is designed to build the technical capacity of key institutions, improve infrastructure, and engage with the community to achieve its goals. In conclusion, the World Bank commends the government efforts for taking critical steps to build resilience, reduce risk, strengthen communities, and promote economic development.
Last year's flooding affected many regions across the country, most especially the communities in the Greater Banjul area. The Secretary General and Head of Civil Service, Salimatu Iture, had this to say.
Furthermore, it will contribute to public service delivery improvement as it will improve flood risk management and mitigate the negative effects that flooding events have on basic public service delivery. We also wish to acknowledge and extend appreciation to partners of the World Bank who will particularly support the project with their comparative advantages of coordination, improving regional integration, managing environmental flows, and ensuring achievement of environmental flows and managing shared coastal resources to achieve the much desired climate justice.
The project will also support interventions for social development and economic recovery based on the needs of affected urban and coastal communities. Reporting for Kerr, Fatou, I am Ramatulai Jao.